Hello my dear students, welcome to English teleteaching program. Let's start this class with a beautiful thought, that is, do what is right, not what is easy. Remember it, do what is right, not what is easy. So dear children, already you have discussed in part 1 and part 2. Today we will discuss, that is, countables and uncountables, part 3. So let's recapitulation of whole part. So already we have discussed pair nouns, that is, they always come in pairs like trousers, sieges, binoculars, goggles, spectacles, pyjamas, jeans, glasses. And example, that is, my trousers are new. These sieges need sharpening. These binoculars have powerful lens. So here are, need, have, all are plural verbs, and all sieges, binoculars, goggles, pyjamas, jeans and glasses all are called pair nouns because they always come in pairs. And some nouns refers to a group of people. We consider group as one body. That is, already you have discussed in my part 2 session. So when we will consider the group as one body, we will use singular verb, and if we will see the body as separate individuals, we will use a plural verb. Remember it, dear children, when you will consider group as one body, we will discuss singular verb, and if we will consider separate individuals, we will use a plural verb. And some nouns refers to a group of people, that is, we will consider group as one body. For example, the committee has submitted its report. Here all members having the same opinion, so here we will use singular verb, that is has. And if we see the body as separate individuals, we will use a plural verb. For example, the committee have differed in their opinions. Here that committee members having the separate opinions or separate individuals, that is a plural verb we will use, that is a have. That means the committee have differed in their opinions. And already you have learnt we don't use a, an, several or few numerals like 1, 2, etc. before uncountable nouns. And uncountables mostly go with singular verbs. We can use certain other words before them. And now we will discuss rest part, that is uncountable nouns ending in s. So my dear children, what is uncountable noun? Already you have discussed, which we can't count, like hair, water, butter, milk, etc. That is uncountable noun. And noun, that is naming words. That is, there are certain nouns ending in s. They look like plural countables, but they are uncountable nouns and go with singular verb. They are mainly names of some diseases, subjects of study or sports activities. Remember, my dear children, there are certain nouns ending in s and they look like plural countables, but they are uncountable nouns and go with singular verb. That is mathematics. Here you can mark mathematics. So that is ending in s, but they look like plural countables, but they are uncountable noun. That is, mathematics is my favorite subject. Diabetes is a disease. Gymnastics is a good for health. That is, you can see, that is gymnastics, diabetes, mathematics. At the end of this word, we can see that letter S word is used, but they look like plural countables, but they are uncountable nouns. Other uncountables of this type are diseases like mumps, measles, rabies, itches and scabies. Subject of the study like physics, statistics, economics, electronics, politics. sports activities, athletics, sports, billiards, hurdles and cards. So dear children, remember it. There are some words, they look like plural countable. They look like plural countables, but they are uncountables. Like mathematics, diabetes, gymnastics, disease, subjects of study, sports activities like physics, statistics, economics, electronics, politics, and sports activities like athletics, sports, billiards, cards, and diseases like mumps, measles, rabies, itches and scabies. Now dear children, we will discuss activity 8 and quantifying the uncountable. So here we can see some dialogue between two friends in a restaurant and see how they are using some uncountable nouns as countable at time. So two friends like Rosie and Julie, they are starting their conversation using some countable and uncountable nouns. So you will mark here, Rosie, could you like to have tea or coffee? Julie said, coffee rather. Rosie said to that hotel boy, bring a tea and one coffee. Both the friends sip tea and coffee respectively. Do you understand what do you mean sip tea? Sipping tea but drinking water. Okay. तो आमे तले चा पिउ ताको आमे sipping कहबा, तले पानी पीबा ताको drinking कहबा. So here, so Rosie to the hotel boy, bring a tea and one coffee. That is both the friends sip tea and coffee respectively. Rosie said to Julie that Julie, will you like to have a chocolate now? Julie said to Rosie, I have never liked chocolate. Rosie said to Julie, how about ice cream? Julie said to Rosie, no thanks, we can buy an ice cream for yourself. I don't like ice cream after coffee. Rosie said to Julie, fine, let's have then. So dear children, here you have listened some conversation between Rosie and Julie. Also you have marked some nouns, that is countable or uncountable noun, we will discuss now. See, tea, coffee, ice cream, chocolate are uncountable noun. Already you have discussed in my previous session, that is which we can't count, that is called uncountable noun. Here tea, coffee, ice cream, chocolate we can't count, that's why it is uncountable noun. But Rosie and Julie have sometimes used them as countable noun. Remember my dear children, here what we have discussed, that is Rosie and Julie have sometimes used them as countable nouns. They are using like a tea, one coffee, a chocolate and an ice cream. So can you say why? Does a tea mean a cup of tea? Okay dear children, discuss in pairs and try to get the answer and write them below. So see, our instructions already there. Some nouns, that is tea, coffee, ice cream, chocolate are uncountable noun, but Rosie and Julie have sometimes used them as countable nouns. Like see, a tea, that is a cup of tea. Like that, one coffee, a chocolate, an ice cream. What's the answer? Of course, my dear students, excellent attempt. Tea, that is a tea. Coffee, one coffee. Chocolate, a chocolate. Ice cream, an ice cream. So dear children, can you mark why will you use an ice cream but a chocolate? Of course you know it, that is I is a vowel, that's why we'll use an, and C is consonant, that's why we'll use a chocolate. Now dear students, we will discuss activity 9. Sometimes some uncountable things are sold or packed in certain units or measurements. We can use these uncountables as countables by putting names of these units or measurements before them. Match the following uncountables with the quantifying phrases they go with and write them in the column marked countable, and some quantifying units may go with more than one uncountable noun. One has been done for you. So listen dear students, that is when will change, that is uncountable things are sold or packed in certain units or measurements, we can use these uncountables as countables by putting names of these units or measurements before them. So here we'll do, see, quantifying units, in another column uncountables, and next column countables. Here quantifying माने बुझी पारुछ पिले परिमाण, that means glass of what will use, that is soap, milk, ice, wheat, water, jam, advice and paper. All these are uncountables, and here quantifying units are there. See, a glass of, a piece of, a sheet of, a bar of, a block of, a tin of, a grain of, a bottle of. So how will match? See, yes my dear students, you can do it. Yes. See, a glass of course milk, a glass of milk. See, in countable column, you will write here a glass of milk. Next, a piece of, what will use? Soap, milk, ice, wheat, water, jam, advice or paper. What will write here? Of course, not a sheet of milk, not a sheet of ice. Not we can use a sheet of water. Of course, your answer is a sheet of paper. Now, children, see, a bar of soap. Then a block of ice. Next, a tin of jam, and a grain of course, your answer a grain of wheat. Then a bottle of water. So dear children, you can mark these quantifying units we can turn into countable by using this a and of phrase, like a piece of paper, a sheet of paper, a bar of soap, glass of milk, a bottle of water, a tin of jam. So some uncount nouns have different meaning in their plural forms. Remember it, some uncountable nouns have different meaning in their plural forms. Same word but have different meanings. For example, sand, S-A-N-D, sand. We need sand and stone to build houses. That is sand used as material. But sands, S-A-N-D-S, children are playing in the sands of the river. That is large area of sand. So dear children, very interesting thing is, remember it, sand, that is a material, but sands, S-A-N-D-S, that is children are playing in the sands of the river, that is large area of sand. That's why here we will use sands. Like that, water and waters. Remember it, very interesting word, water and waters. Pila mane tame suni thibo kabo water phone waters kono. Dekho pile, the water, give me some water to drink. Here that water used as a liquid material, but waters, we swam in the waters of Chilika. That is Chilika Lake. So here waters, that is a large water body. That's why here we will use waters. We swam in the waters of Chilika. But give me some water to drink. Here water as a liquid material. Like that, work and works. W-O-R-K, work, and W-O-R-K-S, works. So work is worship. So here work is physical and mental labor. That is work is worship. And works, I have got a job in steel works. Remember it, I have got a job in steel works. Here steel works, that means in factory or workshop. That's why that is used in works as a factory or as a workshop. But work is worship, that is work used as physical labor or mental labor. So now dear children, see some examples that uncountable nouns have different meaning in their plural forms, like glass and glasses. Glass, we can see through glass, that is a transparent material, that is glass. But glasses, you need glasses for your eyes, that is spectacles, chashma dorkar. So tin and tins, so tin is a useful material, that is here, that is tin as a metal you will use. But tins, that is pour the biscuits in the tins, that is a tin container. So remember dear children, tin and tins. Tin is a useful material, that is tin is used as a metal, and tins, that is pour the biscuits in the tins, that is a tin container. So now dear students, we will discuss activity 10. Read the dialogue between a mother and her daughter given below. You will find some errors in their use of countable and uncountable nouns. Identify the wrong ones and write their correct forms. So, conversation between mother and Rita. Mother, Rita, today is Sunday. You have to do a work for me. Rita, what is it, mother? Mother, you have to clean the furnitures. Then Rita said to mother, but mother, I have to go to the gymnastic class in the morning. Besides, I have many homeworks to do. Mathematics are very difficult for me. You know, I need times to complete that. Again, I am reading it. Listen it mindfully. There is a conversation between mother and Rita. The mother is saying to Rita, that is, today is Sunday, you have to do a work for me. Rita, what is it, mother? Mother, you have to clean the furniture. Rita, but mother, I have to go to the gymnastic class in the morning. Besides, I have many homeworks to do. Mathematics are very difficult for me. You know, I need times to complete that. So, in this conversation, what you will do? We will find some errors. Their use of countable and uncountable nouns. Some errors, that is, will found in countable noun and uncountable noun. So, you will identify the wrong ones and write their correct form. So, see here. So, Rita, today is Sunday. You have to do a work for me. It's totally correct sentence. Rita, what is it, mother? So, we don't have to change here. Now, see. Mother, you have to clean the furnitures, not furnitures, not F-U-R-N-I-T-U-R-E-S, that is wrong. Your answer is furniture, F-U-R-N-I-T-U-R-E. Next, see, but mother, I have to go to the gymnastic, not gymnastic, gymnastics. Yes, my dear children, gymnastics. G-Y-M-N-A-S-T-I-C-S, gymnastics class in the morning. Besides, I have many homeworks to do. Here, we can't use many homeworks to do. Here, we will use lot of homework. I have a lot of homework, not homeworks. Homework to do, and mathematics are very difficult for me. Here we can't use mathematics are. Here we'll use is. Mathematics is very difficult for me. You know, I need times to complete that. See here, what is the wrong one? We will find out some errors. That is, what is that error? Yes, my dear students, your answer is correct. That is times, not times. Time is answer, T-I-M-E, not T-I-M-E-S. I need time to complete that. So, dear children, you can mark here furnitures, that is furniture, gymnastic, that is gymnastics, and many homeworks, that is a lot of homework. Mathematics are, that is mathematics is very difficult for me. Then I need times to complete that, that is I need time. times become time. Now listen, mother, okay, first finish all the works you have. You can do the cleanings in the afternoon. See here, dear students, okay, first finish all the works, not works, it is used as work, and you can do the cleanings in the afternoon. That is wrong one, cleanings. Your answer is cleaning. Then Rita said to mother, thank you mother, in the afternoon. So Rita said to mother, I have a good news for you mother. I have finished my homeworks before time. Can I clean the rooms now? So see here, I have a good news. So here we will add, I have a piece of good news, like that, a sheet of paper, glass of water, a bottle of milk, like that. I have a piece of good news for you mother. I have finished my homeworks, not homeworks, that is homework before time, and can I clean the rooms now? So here, that is the correct sentence. Next we'll go to mother said to Rita, oh yes, take a cloth and some waters, put soaps or some detergent powders in it and gently clean the furnitures and kitchen equipments. See here, oh yes, take a cloth, not take a cloth. You will use your a and of phrase to make it countable, like a piece of cloth and some waters, not waters, water. Put some soaps or some detergent powders. Here you will use not soaps. Put some soap and or some detergent powders, not powders. Powders. It's correct one. You will write here powder. Powder in it and gently clean the furnitures, not furnitures. Furnitures, it's a wrong one. That's why here we will use furniture. Next one, and kitchen equipments, not equipments. Equipments. Here we will not use s. This correct one is equipment. Equipment. Then Rita said to mother, shall I also clean the things made of glasses? Mother said to Rita, no, clean things made of woods only. So here, shall I also clean the things made of glasses? Not glasses, yes, we will not use, you will use, that is glass, glass. Then mother, no, clean things made of woods only. That is, here you will use wood, not woods. WOODS, it's a wrong one. The correct one is WOOD, wood. Rita, okay mother. So dear children, see here, works become work, cleanings become cleaning. Then a good news become a piece of good news, and homeworks become homework, and a cloth become a piece of cloth, waters become water, then soaps become soap, powders become powder, then furnitures become furniture, and equipments become equipment, and glasses become glass, and woods become wood. So dear students, it's very interesting to change works become work, cleanings become cleaning. Now we will summarize what you have discussed in part 1, part 2 and part 3. I think you must have clear everything, what is countable, what is uncountable, what is singular, what is plural. Let's summarize it. So dear children, you know it very well. The noun that can be counted is called countable. Also nouns before which we can use a, an, one, two, many, few, etc. are called countable nouns, which we can countable. Jaha ko ame gani pariba, taku ame countable noun kahu. And next one, it is clear to you, the noun that cannot be counted, has no plural number form, is called uncountable noun, like water, milk, oil, hair. We can't count. That's why it is uncountable noun. Ame ako gani paru nahu. And we have discussed countable have two forms, that is singular and plural. Also, we have discussed how we'll change uncountable to countable by using a, an or a or a of phrase like a tea, a tea, coffee, one coffee, chocolate, a chocolate, ice cream, an ice cream. Like that we can use a sheet of paper, a piece of advice, a glass of water, a bottle of milk and bar of soap. We can use by adding a and of phrase to become countable to uncountable noun. And also we have discussed singular count nouns and their plural forms. There are some rules, that is adding is or adding es, how to change into countable nouns to uncountable nouns, like goat to goats, G-O-A-T, G-O-A-T-S, like that tree, trees, card, cards, cow, cows, flute, flutes, stream, streams. Also, we have discussed that is uncountable nouns ending in s, and they look like plural countable, but they are uncountable nouns and go with singular verb. They are mainly names of some disease, subjects of study or sports activities. Like that mathematics, they look like plural countable noun. केमती पिले जानु छो एस लगी छि तो तुम भाबुथबो एटा प्लुराल बोली, से माने देखा जानते प्लुराल, से माने प्लुराल नुहंती. They are uncountable nouns like mathematics, diabetes, gymnastics, and disease like mumps, measles, rabies, itches and scabies, and subjects of study like physics, statistics, economics, electronics, politics. Sabbu sentence sabbu word में पाउचे yes, but they look like uncountable noun, but real this is a countable. And sports activities like athletics, sports, billiards, hurdles and cards. So dear students, here we will understand. Already you have learned that is uncountable nouns ending in s. There are certain nouns ending in s. They look like plural countables, but they are uncountable nouns and go with singular verbs. They are mainly names of some disease, subjects of study or sports activities. Remember, my dear students, already you have discussed that is there are certain nouns ending in s. They look like plural countables, but they are countable nouns and go with singular verb like mathematics, diabetes, gymnastics. See here, mathematics, ICS, M-A-T-H-E, M-A-T-I-C-S, diabetes, D-I-A-B-E-T-S, and gymnastics, G-Y-M-N-A-S-T-I-C-S. So, here you see that nouns ending in S, but they look like plural countables, but they are uncountable nouns. Like mathematics is my favorite subject, diabetes is a disease, gymnastics is good for health. And like that, other uncountable nouns of this type are diseases, mumps, measles, rabies and itches. Then subjects of the study like physics, statistics, economics, electronics and politics. See here that disease mumps, M-U-M-P-S, measles, S. Like that subjects of the study physics, P-H-Y-S-I-C-S, statistics, S-T-A-T-I-S-T-I-C-S. So, in every word you will find at the end S. They look like plural countables, but they are uncountables. And sports activities, that is athletics, sports, billiards, hurdles and cards. So, dear children, it is clear to you what is countable noun, what is uncountable noun, what is singular, what is plural, and how we will change singular to plural by adding s or es, and some nouns like mathematics, physics, we know how it will change to become a plural. So, in part 1, part 3, you must have to clear what is countable and uncountable noun. So, do all the activities, keep learning and keep watching. Thank you all.